guys, welcome back to another video on the channel today. Today we're going to be driving on the PS4 version of Assetto Corsa, and we're taking the Zonda around the Redbull ring for a base setup. On this lap at the moment, we're just doing a little consistency test. You can see we've done 22 laps after we had already done a lot of work on the setup, and then I went into the consistency test and making a few changes, doing 4 laps, going back changing something, doing 4 laps, going back changing something, etc. Just trying to get it exactly where I wanted it. You can see on the screen we were altering our traction control as we were driving around for the consistency test. You'll see like going into turn 2, we were putting traction control on just for these 2 tight right-handers. It's just so we can get on the power that little bit earlier. We put it on the weakest setting, you'll see, and then as soon as we're out of that corner, I was turning it off for the final part of the track and through turn 1, just because this is a faster corner. You don't want that traction control kicking in. It will give you a bit better handling, just makes it a little bit faster. Just have to be careful on this left-hander sometimes with it off, being careful not to put the power down too hard at once. You'll see sometimes on the pedal beating on the right-hand side, we're just very careful on how we put that power down, but it drove really well with the traction control off. Anyway, I could still drive the whole track with it off, but I just chose, just for the security reason, for the consistency test, just to keep it on them first on that turn 2 and 3, and then back off again. You see now, first lap was a 1:26.920. We haven't really done too much work in terms of driving this track in this type of car, so I'm not sure how low we can get the lap time. I had a very quick go at going a little bit faster in the practice. I think it might have been the same practice session, and seeing what we could do on a little bit more of trying to push a little bit harder, and we ran a little bit faster. But you can see now we're keeping the laps very close together, and that's what you want from a base setup. It would be interesting to see if we could probably pull a late. I think if we really did get the lap together, it might. I'm not sure if we'll be able to hit a 25.9. It might be possible. I've not really driven this car enough to know what it's like on the extreme limits, so it may squeeze a 25.9 out of it. But we'd definitely be able to get a low 26, I think, if we carried on practicing. It's like, for example, with the Ferrari 488 GT3, when we did the base up, we did a 130.1, and then we eventually got it down to a 129.1. And the more you practice with the car, surprised how much time you can find with these cars. Just getting on the power fractionally earlier and coming out the corner fractionally faster. There's a lot of time to be gained with any car. Even though this track isn't particularly a track that you're going to find massive amounts of time, you'll still find at least half a second, I would say, just from practicing it. So we go over the line next lap at 26.837, so another okay lap. It's driving consistent. You can see it's taken the first corner really well over the curbs, no issues with the back end, and driving nice and comfortably. That's what you want, because when you're going online, I raced a few of these races online, and there was no point in uploading them because they were a bit boring, because most of the other people were picking the McLaren P1, the Ferrari, etc., and they were just going off of the track all the time. That's why I thought this is the best car for this event, because it's just got the grip, it's got the consistency. I'm not sure whether it's the fastest out of all the cars. Maybe if you practice a lot with the other cars, I don't really know. I've not driven them around here yet, so I'll maybe have a go at one of them cars to see how fast we can get one of them cars. I suspect it to be reasonably close, because I drove the 458 special on the PC version, the one where you can up the. I don't know if it might have been on the PS4 version actually. It's got a little bit more power. Might be lighter or something, but I got that into I think it was a 1:31 or 1:30.8 or something like that. So the Ferrari should be able to get pretty close to what this is doing here with the 26s, I would think, at least. So it'd be interesting to try that out and see what we can do with that, and then the P1 to see how they drive. Not too sure what tyres you can use with them cars. Guessing it's not the soft tyres or like this car. So see, on that lap it was a 26.7, and you can see there we've got it consistent and it's driving well. So we're going to go through a bit more of a track guide with this lap now. This was pushing a little bit harder and seeing what we can do. You can see, I think our last lap was a 1:26.8, so we were still basic consistency testing this, and we're going down the start. I think we were a bit lighter. Were we lighter on fuel, or no? We still had quite a bit of fuel on, I think, at the moment. enough to do 3-4 laps, something like that. So going down to turn 1, we're going to put the traction control on the weakest setting there, traction control 11, braking in between the 150 and 100, go down into second gear, trying to clip that apex of that corner and hard on the power as early as you can. We didn't get on the power as early as I would have liked, but you can see we've gained a bit of time over our previous best lap. This lap wasn't perfect, and we made a little mistake on it, but it was okay overall. Braking down again just between the 150 and the 100 yard board, braking down into second gear, hard on the power again. We missed the shift in there. You'll see we hit the limiter and missed the shift, and we lost a lot of time there. Taking the traction control off, down into third gear just before the 50 yard board, trying to get as close to that inside curve as we can, then hard on the power into fourth gear, then back down to third gear, trying to again clip the apex of this curve. Really important there to clip that and get on the power as early as you can. You see now, because we got that reasonably well done, we're going back up on the delta. You can see the lap delta. We lost a fair bit of time before that. Braking again on about the 100 yard board, going down into fourth, then third gear as we approach the apex, into fourth gear on the exit, back down to third gear, trying to attack that curve. You can get away with attacking it with the setup we're running here now. Going through the gears and then over the line on a 1 minute 20, is it a 1 minute 26.337, so it's close to a 0.5, but it could have been a 0.4. I think if we wouldn't have misshifted when we come out of that corner, we spun the wheels up a bit too much and lost a bit of time. But we'll go through the setup now. Running the brake balance on 64. We had the ABS on level 4 for that lap as well. That seemed the best setting I came across. Aero we ran 212. I think that might be the default, I'm not too sure, but we played around with the aero and found that was pretty much ideal. I preferred that aero. Tyre pressure, you can see 18 on the front and 15 on the front and 19 I think on the rear, that is. That really gives a strong front end to the car. You can really attack the corners. Cambers we changed slightly, not too much though. I'm not too sure what the default was, but the toe on the front we went down to 0, and then we increased the rear toe to give stability when putting the power down. Settles the rear down slightly, that, and springs again softer on the rear to settle the rear down on the power, and again the anti-roll bar strong on very high on the front and low again on the rear. We lowered the rear bump I think also just to settle the rear down slightly, and I'm not too sure if we changed the rebound very slightly, but overall as a base setup it drives really well. It should do you well online. I've had a few races and easily won every race, but I don't think there was that much competition in these races. It doesn't seem like an overly popular lobby, although it's quite fun. I think if a lot of people chose this car, if they would have allowed more, maybe a single race with just this car, it'd probably be a lot more popular than what it is. But, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you out. Make sure you click that like button if you've enjoyed this video, and also if you've not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe, and I'll get more of these videos out very soon. Thanks again for watching guys, and enjoy the replay.